ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binaries of all ages, welcome to How to Make a Literal Cat in Your Favorite RPG. Hopefully you all recognize my voice if this isn't your first episode, but if not, I'm Joel.
And same goes for all you listening to my voice, but if you're new here, I'm Avalon.
This is our least accessible to new listeners episode already.
What do you mean all of our episodes are new listener friendly?
I mean, there's no particular order you have to listen to them in, I guess.
Yeah. Plus, we
Did I say the thing?
Like the name?
No, I know I said the name, but did I say the thing about character creation?
Oh, no, I don't think you did.
Oh, well, my bad, everyone.
This really is.
Here to learn... If you're here to learn character creation the right way, you've come to the wrong podcast, because this is a cat creation show.
Yeah, we're not making normal characters here. And if you couldn't tell that from the name, then I don't know. It's not like we're falsely advertising.
No, the show is right what it says on the tin.
All right. Well, so yeah, we're making a cat, but the question now is, Joel, what game we making a cat in?
We are making a game in...
We're making a game?
No. We are making a cat in a game called Queerz. That's queer with a Z on the end. Now, if you are unfamiliar, this is based on a Japanese comic book by Isa. That's I-S-A. It's their pen name. You know how that all goes.
Mm-hmm.
The basic premise is it's a Sentai story about LGBT characters. So, the way I've summarized it for Avalon is gay Power Rangers.
And upon hearing those 3 words, I was immediately enthralled. Now, are the original Power Rangers not to an extent some form of LGBT plus representation?
You know, I couldn't tell you. I've seen like 2 or 3 Power Rangers movies or TV episodes. I can't remember. I was like 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the extent of my knowledge.
Yeah, I to be fair, I'm not huge on Power Rangers. I was when I was younger. I did watch quite a few of the movies and the TV show when I was a kid. I did watch like I don't know if it's the newest, probably not anymore, but like the really high budget Power Rangers movie that came out in, I want to say 2018.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
2017.
But anyway, this isn't actually Power Rangers. 2017?
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, this isn't actually Power Rangers. This is Queerz with a Z.
Yes, with a Z. The Z is important here because that's what makes it cool.
Yeah. Also, I think that's literally the name of the Sentai team in the comic book series.
Nice. Makes sense.
Yeah, that's why all the like pre-generated sheets have like names like Queerz Pink or Queerz Blue or Purple. What is it? Pink, purple, red, teal, and yellow.
Nice. You know me, I love teal.
Do you? I didn't know this about you, actually.
Yeah, teal is like my favorite color.
Oh, well, what do you know?
I'm a big fan. I guess, I can't imagine that there's a episode where that has come up naturally before now.
It would be an odd thing if that just came up all the time.
Yeah, no.
But since we're talking about it, my favorite color is royal blue.
Royal blue. That's a good one.
Yeah, I thought so.
I would hope you think so if it's your favorite. Okay. So we got the name of the game, and that is Queerz.
Oh yeah, a little bit more about it. Aside from the fact that it's based on a manga series and it's gay Power Rangers, you remember our City of Mist episode and City of Mist character? It was just Cat, wasn't it? His name was Cat.
Yeah.
Well, this uses the exact same rule system. Well, not the exact same. You know, it's been modified to fit the setting, but it's basically the same. And I love that system. So I am expecting this game to be cool as heck. It is, as far as I can tell, not officially out yet. There's no way you can buy a physical copy. There's a starter kit that you can pick up off DriveThruRPG. If you backed the game, you probably got a physical copy of your starter kit a month or 2 ago at this point. But the like official rule book, the physical edition of the starter kit, not on the market as of yet. So we are mostly going to be working off of the character creator guide that's available on DriveThruRPG.
Yep. This is a full PDF loaded with a ton of stuff, it looks like.
Yep. Really, everything you need to play the game, I think, is available in those basic rules and this character creator guide. But it does look like at some point there might be a little more. I've not followed the development on this one as closely as I've followed most of Son of Oak's other projects, because I missed the Kickstarter, so I don't get automatic notifications. That's literally the only reason.
Gotcha.
But anyway, so that's kind of the way this game works. And if you don't remember the City of Mist episode, or you didn't listen to it and you don't feel like going and listening to an entire 2 hours to be caught up on this one, kind of the way it works is if you've played Powered by the Apocalypse before, you understand the 2d6 dice system. You roll 2 6-sided dice, add the numbers together, and add your stat modifier, whatever that is, from your stat. And that tells you whether you got a mixed success on a 7 to 9, a complete success on a, what would that be, 10 to 12 or higher, or a failure if you rolled a 6 or lower. So you got these like narrative tiers to how good your move ends up being. And the way that City of Mist, and by extension Queerz, Otherscape, and coming soon Legends in the Mist, work is you have, instead of just one playbook for your character sheet has 4 playbooks split across superpowers and your mundane life. Things that would have just happened to you anyway as part of an ordinary existence versus things happening in your life because of your superpowers. And each of these playbooks comes with power tags. You add your power tags together to determine instead of having just like one solid stat, like Monster of the Week has cool, sharp, tough, all that stuff. Instead of having a solid stat, you have these power tags, which means that you have stuff that can be a little more versatile. There might be a way for you to use a negotiation skill on a combat roll if you are smart about it or something. It is truly limited by your creativity.
Love that in games, just being able to kind of fiddle around in the play space and do stuff that's, pretty unique.
Yeah. So this, again, works on a very similar system. So I'm hoping that I understand character creation well enough based on the creator guide and my previous understanding of this rule system to get us kind of through this as best as possible. Avalon, you have anything else you want to throw in here?
Not that I can think of.
All right. I think we should probably read off the cat creation rules.
Yep. We got some rules to go through before the game rules.
Yep.
Joel, would you like to start us off?
Yeah, sure. The rules are, rule number 1, we accept no cop-outs. It's a cat, the exact animal that comes to mind when I say the word. No anthropomorphic races, no people turned into cats, no lions, tigers, or any other cop-out you can imagine.
Rule number 2 is we cannot use homebrew rules. If the rules in the rulebook do not explicitly allow something to happen, we count it as a rule broken.
Rule number 3, if the game includes stats for a literal cat, those must be used or adapted to the game's character sheet.
Now, I'm assuming we don't have those for this.
City of Mist doesn't have them. No other Powered by the Apocalypse game I've seen has them, so no.
I see. They should get on that.
I mean, who wants to fistfight a cat?
I mean, yeah, truly. But I mean, they could be there,
Yeah, that's the benefit of playing one of our characters. You automatically have a moral victory over the rest of over your opponents, because who the heck would shoot at a cat?
Exactly. Honestly, playing any character we've made is just optimal for your group.
Optimal for comedy, at least. Anyway, you were going to read Rule 4.
Yeah, Rule 4 is the character, class, background, playbook, job, what have you, must exist in the game's core rules or as part of an official expansion. Yet again, we cannot use homebrew stuff, so no homebrew classes.
The cat can learn any skill available to its class or character sheet, even if it's not something a cat could normally be trained to do. Now this time, I think we literally just get to make up all our powers on the fly, so...
Our cat could be trained to do anything.
Yeah, sky's the limit.
Oh, we're gonna go crazy on this one. Rule 6, if a tool would be physically impossible for a literal cat to use, even if comically downsized for them, they cannot use it. This cat ain't out here using a chainsaw.
Nah. Although,
I
don't know, maybe their Power Ranger thing is they have the cat chainsaw.
The cat chainsaw.
Chainsaw cat.
I love that anime.
Rule number 7 is, if a character sheet has a section that is meant to be filled out in collaboration with the whole table, we will leave it blank so potential players can make it fit the group they're playing with.
And finally, rule number 8 is, we have to keep track of every rule that we break, so we can let you know how you can fit this into your game.
Yeah. I really don't know that we will have to break many rules here.
Let's hope not. I'd love to have another 0 rules broken episode.
Yeah. I mean, to start with, we don't necessarily even... At least in City of Mist, there was no human requirement. There was, like, one of the pre-generated character sheets that released with the game was like, oh yeah, you are a fox spirit. You gained humanity upon entering the human realm, but, like, you were born on the other side.
Wild.
Like, in the spirit realm or whatever.
Ah, ye old spirit realm.
Yeah. I've still got that somewhere. It's just called Kit.
It's just called Kit.
Yeah, that's what the playbook name is. Immediately upon entering the human world, it fell in love with a human man.
Immediately, huh? I guess love at first sight does exist.
Yeah. I mean, mechanically speaking, you do have to have a minimum of one mundane power set, or one tied to a normal human life, and then a minimum of one superpower set, which would be your ties to the fantastical.
Gotcha.
But you got a total of 4, so you can kind of mix and match the other 2.
Yeah. So, are we ready to get into this book?
Yeah, I think we've talked enough.
Yeah, we got some time on the recording already, so
we certainly do.
I think we can just give it ye old YouTuber intro. Let's just jump right into it.
Yeah, 20 minutes in. No, 19 minutes in. It's probably going to be more like 15 minutes for y'all, but whatever.
Custom character creation. This is on page 33 of the PDF for those of you following along at home.
Yep, in the creator guide.
Yep. To create a custom Queerz character, follow these steps. Step 1, think of a concept for your character. Step 2, define their signature and choose 3 more themes. Step 3, use the theme books to create theme components.
Gotta love that.
We love themes.
So step 1, character concept. Literal cat.
Yeah, easy. Easy peasy.
Yep.
And do you notice here it says your Queerz character is a person. So, about those 0...
We're not, though.
About those 0 rules broken.
Yeah, I'm making a note of it.
A dream short-lived, but a dream nonetheless.
It's okay. It's all uphill from here. Probably literally the only rule we're gonna break.
Yeah.
Anyway, so a person, or a cat in our case, in whom 2 forces meet. Magical or superpowered gifts, powered by their universal vision for a better world, aka their rainbow themes and runway, and their ordinary, grounded lives, skills, relationships, and resources, their realness themes, or anchors. Your rainbow powers in everyday life can harmoniously coexist, terribly or stylishly clash, or anywhere in between. Neither wholly defines you. Your character's true identity emerges from a combination of both, the changes they will go through, and the choices they will make.
Pretty fun stuff, you gotta live that double life.
I think maybe we should have like a document up to think about these concepts here, because we do have to answer these questions.
Yeah.
Understandable. I don't know that we'll actually need to save this information, but we'll have it. Anyway, so these questions are, first and foremost, what is magically unique or different about you?
Well, there's a lot of things, Joel.
I mean, hey, we're a cat with a chainsaw. I don't...
A chainsaw. we can't do the cat chainsaw So closely related, or so close to our other cat weapon.
Okay, we can't do the cat chainsaw, but can we do the chainsaw cat?
Yes.
Nah, I don't know that basing a cat on Denji is the best way is the best way to go for this setting.
Fair.
Would be funny though.
I hope you guys cannot hear that dog barking in the background.
Oh, I'll edit out a dog barking in the background. We only accept cat meows here.
Yeah. We would never do anything with dogs here.
Never.
Okay, so what is magically unique or different about our cat? Any ideas?
Do we want to, I don't know. I know we did this in Glitter Hearts already, but do we want to say they have, a magical girl transformation into, a more humanoid form again?
I was thinking that, too, because I feel like it would just... I don't know, I feel like it fits the theme really well, you know?
Yeah.
I think we can do that. That's not technically against our show's rules.
Nah, we've done it before. There's precedent.
Exactly. Let's see. I'm just going to say humanoid. This cat can magically transform into a humanoid. I don't know if we need to put a description on that now. Maybe we do that later.
I'm sure we'll get to it. We gotta get to that at some point, right?
Yeah.
There's not a spot on the character sheet for it. Also, there is no officially published character sheet at this point. They, I think, expect you to use the pre-generated character folios with a basic kit. So we are putting this on the City of Mist character sheet.
Yes. So when you inevitably download this to play in your games, just know that it's on a different sheet.
Yeah. I mean, again, the systems are so similar. The actual character folios that we get to fill out for this game are probably going to look a lot like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, how did we learn to accept being a cat that can transform into a bigger cat?
That's a real good question and a real stumper for number 2. I think we learned to accept ourselves because, this is all we've known.
I think we fully leaned into it. I think it gets us things that we couldn't get as a normal cat, and so we just leaned into it hard.
Exactly. This is this cat is just so incredibly privileged being able to, walk around in human spaces without fear of, what's this cat doing here?
Yeah. What the cat doing?
What the cat doing? Learn to accept ourselves through, I don't know how to word this. Through the privilege of being human.
Or maybe being more human.
Yeah. What high ideal of radical acceptance guides you?
I am looking right now to see if there is any, guide on what the ideals of radical acceptance are. If they are included in the game.
I googled radical acceptance and it's offering me therapists.
Oh.
Very, very queer-coded book.
Yeah.
I say as a person in the queer community with a therapist.
There's not really a thing about that in here.
Yeah. Radical acceptance is kind of the idea of, this is who I am. This is incredibly generalized. This is who I am, or this is how it is. And, I need to go with the grain instead of trying to go against it. So you have to, really lean into who you are.
Okay. I think then I have an idea of something that we can work with, because kind of being able to transform into, a humanoid cat thing, if we're assuming that it's going to be a lot closer to a Black Sad, Panther Lily, Lackadaisy style cat in an otherwise human world, then when they are out and about as their transformed self, they would not necessarily be recognized as a member of either cat society or human society.
Yeah.
So
kind of accepting that they're going to have to walk the line between the two while they are transformed.
Yeah. Or I can't hide my true self even if I can't blend in.
Yeah.
Something like that. And what is your dream of a better world for everyone?
What would a cat's dream for a better world for everyone be? more freedom, less rules, perhaps.
I think so. I think that would work as an answer to that. And I think I'm beginning to wonder if some of these are things that, like, if I was actually a lot more familiar with this comic book series or this manga series, that, like, I would understand what they mean when it says, how does the rainbow empathy empower you to be you?
Do we have an explanation of the rainbow empathy anywhere?
I don't think there is. I'm assuming that the actual core book of this will end up being something like a lore Bible, but we don't actually have that yet, so...
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't really have the stuff to make this... We just don't have access to the full lore of this story world at this point in time. But we can still work with this, I think.
We could skip over these last two. We could just read them and then have, once this game fully comes out and people are able to take this sheet and answer those questions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think if you're familiar with this, like, feel free to add us. Like, genuinely, I probably should have at least familiarized myself with this comic book series, considering that I've known about this game since after its Kickstarter. That's on me.
So we're leaving these two blank. How does the rainbow empathy empower you to be you? And how does the rainbow empathy empower you to battle ignorance?
If I had to guess, these things are going to come up. I don't know exactly what the lore of the rainbow empathy is, but I have to imagine that these are like Zordon. I barely understand Power Rangers lore. I'm so sorry, everyone. but Zordon chose the Power Rangers because of, like, their strength of character or whatever, right? And then the suits give them power. Mm-hmm. So, like, I have to imagine that, like, if the rainbow empathy has to be something like Zordon. They give you the power to be yourself by helping you be the best version of yourself, and then battle the forces of evil, or in this case, ignorance, by giving you literal superpowers. Like, I'm just guessing that that's going to come up again when we start to answer our realness and rainbow theme sheets.
It's like the Flash connecting to the Speed Force,
Yeah. Except in this case, it's the rainbow empathy.
The rainbow empathy. Yeah, I'm looking it up and I can't find, like, an actual description. It talks a lot about being powered by the rainbow empathy.
It's gotta be the same kind of... It's gotta be the same kind of thing. Like, it's a source of power, yeah, like the Speed Force.
Yeah.
So anyway, we have one last set of questions to answer, and these are directly related to our character themes, I believe, is the idea here.
Yep.
So first off, who are you in your everyday life in the city?
That's a good question. Are we a
house cat?
Okay, we're a house cat?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you think this owner feels about their cat transforming? Or, well, sorry, secret identity, so they don't know.
They don't necessarily have to know.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna do? Stop your cat from transforming into a person and learning to, like, open doors?
Could you imagine if one of
this house cat can open doors?
Okay, well, we've seen that. That's nothing new. But I'm talking, like, you come home one day, see a random person in your, like, looking through your fridge, and it's like, why do you look like my cat? Where is my cat?
Meow?
The Sonic movie strikes again.
One more point of clarification. Our ideal of radical acceptance is our runway. So, that's important to know because the next question is, what's important to you outside of your runway?
Okay.
I imagine that these are like our high concepts that we're going to use when we choose our character themes.
Yeah.
So, who are you in your everyday life in the city? When we're not a superpowered Kung Fu cat fight, I don't actually know what our deal is going to be. We are a house cat. What's important to you outside of your runway? I want to say something like exploration.
That could be really good. Thinking like this cat wants to, take place in these more human spaces.
Yeah.
You know, wanting to be able to fully experience the world in like this different light. I think that's good.
Yep. What's in your life that you sometimes choose over your runway? I want to say this. There's an easy answer here, and I don't know if I want to take it. But the easy answer is that we've done this so many times, which is why I don't necessarily want to do it. But our human owner doesn't know about like the cat transformation.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we would choose that over, you know, running out and
yeah, we've got these ties to this person that doesn't even know that's our. But again, we've had so many house pets with secret identities.
True. Yeah. What if we ditch the secret identity?
Yeah. What if this cat just has a human that they live with who acts as more of a roommate because they know the cat can transform into a person because the cat is not good at keeping that a secret.
Yeah. Like it just happens sometimes.
Yeah.
The cat's like, I want to do a real big stretch. I'm transforming into my humanoid form.
Yeah, I do like the idea though that like the way that it was discovered, human owner comes home one day. Why is there a person who looks somewhat like my cat in the kitchen? Me.
Yeah, exactly.
Just yeah.
Okay. And I also love the idea of like, if you're going to be running out and doing all this shit, and I know you have the capability to, you're paying your own pet rent.
But I kind of wonder if like this human roommate doesn't like that their cat goes out and fights the forces of ignorance. Because like that can be dangerous, probably.
That's true. So would we still choose like our owner over our runway sometimes, even if they know? Like our owner is really worried about us. So like sometimes if things get too threatening or we don't want to like bring it home.
Right. You like this cat would especially know that someone out there knows what they're probably doing, doesn't approve, and is worried they won't make it home safely.
Okay. How should I word this? Obedience to owner?
I don't know if obedience is the right right thing. Because, like, if it's an intelligent cat person who,
God, I'm trying to think of the word for that. Like, when you know somebody is worried about you and you don't want to kind of put that on them, put that onus on them. God, I know there's a word for that out there somewhere. It's locked deep within the vaults of my brain.
I don't know. Maybe we go with a more wordy description for now, and we'll, like, doesn't want to worry a human roommate.
Gotcha.
And then what about you could get in the way of your runway? I do think it comes back to the fact that we are neither fully cat or fully human.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we are fully cat, but we can make ourselves part human.
Yeah.
Like, not fully belonging to either world, and there can be some complications that come with that.
So those are our rainbow concept questions.
So I guess the first set of questions were the rainbow concept, and the second set of questions were the realness concept. So we've got at least one good theme out of... Yeah, I think I misread that the first time. Like, we got at least one good realness theme, I think, out of that, which is that we have someone who's gonna be worried about us.
Yeah. Once you establish your rainbow and realness concepts, write them in brief on your character card. Okay, well, we've done that on a separate sheet. So I think that means we're on to step 2, right?
Yep. So first off, we need our signature theme, which is the core of our nature as a Queerz, and the only theme that all characters begin with. So I think that counts as a rainbow theme.
Okay. So the signature theme type is the core of your nature. Yeah.
I'm going to go back up to the top here because there's a list called the Table of Contents that tells us kind of the name of all of the theme books. So the rainbow theme books are Signature, Approach, Fighting Style, Magic, and Q Gear. I'm guessing Q Gear would be like, I don't know, a weapon or something.
Yeah.
So, you know, like the cat chainsaw.
Yeah, such as a fashion statement item, a magical weapon, or a Justice Knight tracking device.
Yep. I keep joking about the chainsaw. I don't think we can actually do the chain. Well, we've got human hands.
Actually, yeah, we do have human hands. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah. Anyway, so we need to have a signature. That's a requirement.
Okay. Yes.
Which is on page 40. The main way your power manifests through you, expressing your unique way of making the world a better place.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Oh, wow. There are a lot of these.
Yeah, they come with a lot of, like... let's just go through this first one here, just to see kind of how they do it. So we have Aquatic Thrill Seeker as one of these pre-generated signature abilities. So the runway for that one is, let's explore all the wonders of the undersea world. Power tags are create the waves, ride the waves, explore the unknown, adventurous people, sonar of discovery, legit shredding, wash away the danger, surprise and awe, suddenly sea life, or awesome bod. And I am betting that this is a water, like a heavy, like water power focused character.
An otter, if you will.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and then we have some weakness tags here. Detests what's boring and practical, dry people, can't enjoy the here and now, common sense? Nah.
So, it sounds like this is a character who has trouble sitting still or, playing within the realms of others' expectations.
Yeah.
But, like, these power tags are very much in the same kind of line of, like, City of Mist characters where, like, I think the idea here of the signature is it would be like the expression playbook, which is an incredibly versatile power group because you can basically use it to describe any type of magic power you want your character to have. It is the primary way in which a mythos might express itself. So in this case, it is incredibly... There's no, like, solid rules on what any type of power can be, but, like, in City of Mist, the Bastion would be a theme book that you would choose if you want to have, like, a bunch of defensive abilities, or the ability to apply buffs to your allies. And again, expression would be, like, you want to be able to shoot magic lasers out of your fingers.
A classic.
Like, our signature thing is going to be the transforming into a human.
Yeah.
Or a humanoid thing.
What should we title that?
First off, the concept is, if you go to page 43, we've got a custom theme creation guide here.
Gotcha, okay.
So the concept is, think about your connection to the rainbow empathy. What is the thing you believe in the most? What brings you joy? How do you bring light to other people's lives? What do you believe in? Why do you believe in what you believe? They have some questions here we can answer to make a name, basically.
Okay.
What is your unique power? I can blank. My expression of the rainbow empathy is blank. I make the world a better place by blank.
Okay. So, I can transform into a humanoid. That is our unique power.
I think there's probably a more fun way to say that.
What is a more fun way to say that?
I can become like you.
Ooh. That is... I like that a lot. Okay. So is that our title?
That is our concept and title. So now we have the power tag questions.
All right.
How does your signature manifest as a superpower? And this would be where we could, like, give ourselves, like, a shape-shifting type tag.
Yeah. I think shape-shifting is the easiest way to put it. The most concise.
Yep.
Now, do we have to go through all of these, or do we just pick and choose?
No, I think I read earlier, this is just, again, very similar to City of Mist. We choose 3.
Oh, choose 3.
Yeah, we are required to answer A, and then we can choose any of the others.
Yeah, answer the... Okay, here, I'll read this. Power tag questions. Answer the first question and then choose and answer 2 more questions that seem most interesting or relevant to your concept.
Yep,
the answers become the 3 starting power tags of your new theme. Okay, yeah, cool. The other questions we have, and these are going to be from B through J.
Nice.
What more can you do with your superpowers? What is your signature at its brightest? Who or what does your signature work best on? How does your signature help your community or the world at large? What's a special move you can do with your signature? How do you defend yourself with your signature? What emotions does your signature manifest? And what can you create with your signature? And how do you show off with your signature?
I think the first question we have to answer is D. Who or what does your signature work best on? I think that would be how we could say, like, the shape-shifting thing is we've got a somewhat human form down, so cat to person.
Okay. Alright, so cat to person for D.
Yep. Because, like, if we've got the shape-shifting power, then it would imply this cat can potentially become other things.
Yes.
But that's the thing that we're good at becoming.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like the idea of this cat, like, over time, maybe getting other transformations.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Like, and I think you could work that into a story really well, too. But, like, this cat is like, I'm focusing on becoming a human because I like the way that they live.
Yep.
Okay.
It's modeling behavior off the people around it, which are
oh my
mostly
gosh,
people.
It's mirroring, which cats do IRL. It really is. Yeah. It really is a literal cat.
Yeah.
I kind of like the question, what emotions does your signature manifest? Because we have talked a lot about emotions behind this and, like, our reason for change.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, what emotion does it express best, though? Like, I feel like curiosity is one, you know, the thrill of going into the human spaces.
Thrill of adventure.
Yeah, thrill of adventure. Adventurous. And it does say emotion, so we could put more than one.
Yeah. I do think, though, that, like, if we're wanting to summarize the, like, curiosity, the desire to explore the human world, that adventurous kind of sums it up.
Yeah, I think so, too. So we can just leave it at that. We don't really have much space on that anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
These are not big boxes.
No. So, title, name your theme in a way that encapsulates how you magically wield the rainbow empathy. Think of something that summarizes...
We kind of did that.
Yeah, we did that. It's our theme title.
Now, the runway is, I'm guessing, kind of like...
Oh, wait.
The intention would be for it to take the place of the mystery or identity in like a City of Mist character. This will be the plot hook that comes with this character theme.
Yes, real quick before we do that, the way this is set up is, I believe we're supposed to look here and then come down here. So I think our next step is our weakness tag questions.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Although we did already come up with a title based on the concepts.
Yeah. So let's see. Weakness tag questions. Select and answer one of the following questions. The answer becomes the theme starting weakness tag. Would you like to read those off, Joel?
Yeah. So these questions are, what makes your signature dim? Who or what is resistant to your signature? What does your signature make you susceptible or prone to? What does your signature take out of you? I think C makes the most sense based on what we've talked about so far.
Yeah, I was also going to say C.
Because, like, we've talked about this cat just doesn't really fit into either the human or cat world anymore.
Yeah.
Because of its ability to transform, it's not like other cats. It doesn't get along well with them. Because its human form isn't complete and it still looks very feline, it can't blend into human society. Maybe trapped between worlds.
Trapped between worlds. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I can't add the S there, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
And now we do the runway.
Yes.
So, we've already kind of talked about, like... We answered this question. So if we go back to, what was that, page 33, with those early questions... It's the ideal of radical acceptance that guides us.
So the high ideal of radical acceptance that we put was, when they're out of their transformed self, they are not recognized as a member of cat or human society, and they must walk the line between. I can't hide my true self to blend in.
Maybe it should be more like, I won't hide my true self to blend in.
That, yes. That is better.
Alright, and that would go on the character sheet under the mystery/identity slot.
So that is one of our themes.
One down. Hey guys, hope you've been having fun with this one. We certainly did, up until the crash. Wait, you haven't heard about that yet, have you? Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. Things went not well, but we recovered because, that's what we do here.
Yeah, it's all good. We got the full episode out. You got your character sheet. What more do you want from us?
Yeah, quit asking for stuff, gosh.
I mean, you can ask for stuff. It's okay. We've got an email account just for that. It's literalcatpod@gmail.com.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't listen to me. You can ask us whatever you want there.
Yeah.
You can send us your cats, send us character ideas, send us games to play, all sorts of stuff.
You can also follow us on social media by looking up Literal Cat Pod. That'll work basically everywhere except TikTok, which is Literal Cat Podcast. But I think you can make it work with a few extra characters, you know?
Yeah, you'll be able to find it pretty easily. We're kind of a big deal over there.
Just for clarity, that's Twitter, Tumblr, Blue Sky, and YouTube is Literal Cat Pod. We got that at locked in over there for that one.
Got a lot of sites you can check us out on. And if you enjoy what you are listening to, you can also rate and review us. We went over a review last episode. But yeah, that was a nice boost. You know, we love seeing that. And if you can't tell your friends about it, you can tell the internet about it, and it'll help push us into the algorithm a bit more and give us some more traction.
Yeah. The more reviews we have, the more likely the show is to pop up on someone's recommendations. And that's probably the best way we have to get new audience at this point. Aside from just word of mouth, that is. You know?
Yeah. Word of mouth is very good. And we also have stuff for that. We keep all the character sheets from every episode in a little, is it Dropbox? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. And you can access that folder by going to bit.ly/literalcatpod.
There you can find every single character we've ever done and beg your GM to let you play as them. Or if you are a GM, you can put them in your game as an NPC.
Yeah. It would be a great thing for us, especially, if we started seeing some more people using our characters. We'd love to hear stories about that, too. So, like, another thing you could email us, potentially.
Yeah, regale us with your tales of adventure from any system that we have covered.
And I guess finally we need to mention that we have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/badgertrove. Why Badgertrove? It's the group, the what do you call it? The media creation team that we're trying to get off the ground. It's just us and one other guy whose podcast is on hiatus right now, but you know, we're working on it. We're working on some games. I'm sure by this point you've heard me talk about my Powered by the Apocalypse one-shot RPG where you steal cheese from the government. We've definitely mentioned the incredibly slow progress on the 3 anime dudes at a truck stop gave me a big sword and asked me to kill God.
Yeah, we gotta work on that some more. I wanna get that rolling.
We do. There's some work to do on that. But also, the new perk for being a patron at this point in time, our Discord server is currently open exclusively to patrons and previous guests. So those two groups can currently access our Discord server. We will eventually put that Discord server out to the public, but at this point in time, it's available to patrons. So if you're a patron, you can get the little VIP rank, which gives you access to a special VIP chat room in the server. And yeah, that's our new perk for being a patron.
Yeah.
Available to all current patrons already.
Yeah. Join in, say hi, tell us how you're doing.
Yeah. It'd be fun if we could get some people over there and then we could just like host impromptu polls or, you know, whatever the heck else whenever it felt appropriate.
Oh yeah. We'll just drop random questions on everybody.
Yeah. And it would be for the entirety of Badger Tropes. Like any other thing we did, anyone else who had like a thing could potentially also be mixed in there. But anyway, I think we got through everything we talked about. Did we mention? Oh yeah, you can find links to all of this stuff over at our start page, which is literalcatpod.start.page. It's another service like Linktree if you've not heard of it.
So if everything else we've said has eluded your mind, you can go to that one spot. Your one-stop shop.
Yeah, what he said. Now, Avalon, what about you? Do you got anything you want to plug here real quick?
Same as I always do. Twitch, Twitter, Tumblr, and TikTok at Avalon Alchemist. Been streaming some Destiny with the Final Shape expansion, and that's been really fun. And I plan to do some more streams, possibly some Baldur's Gate. Maybe we'll see. I still haven't beat a normal. I haven't beat a run yet, so. But yeah, go check me out there. Joel, what about you? What you got?
I gotta play that at some point.
It's really good. You should definitely.
I think I've mentioned in the past that I'm working on changing my username to Omammer on different sites. I'm fighting against a bot farm for access to the name, so it's a losing battle because they already have the accounts. So I'm getting creative, which means you can look up Omammer, but that's only going to get you my account on Blue Sky. For everywhere else, you're going to want to check my start page, which is jholland.start.page, to make sure you end up with the right account and not an empty bot account.
Oh, those bots. I can't believe they're still around. How have we not gotten these things taken care of?
Well, I mean, the biggest bot issue is on Twitter, and we know why that one's not taken care of.
Yeah.
Can't fire your entire cybersecurity team and expect that to work.
What? But think of all the money I saved from firing all those people.
I mean, some of them were from Europe, so you didn't save anything because of the unlawful termination lawsuits you're facing, but hey, who am I to judge, right?
To each their own, I guess. Anyways, that's enough criticism from us. I think you can get back to the show.
Yeah, you can only roast Twitter so long.
Yeah.
In a world without magic, a world much like our own, danger still creeps around every corner. But where there's danger, there's always someone willing to take up the risk.
And opens her mouth wide.
God, is there anybody normal in this city at all?
Well, you know me, boys. I do love an apocalyptic event.
Since 2020, $2 Creature Feature has delivered a high-quality Monster of the Week podcast in association with Althaven TTRPG Network. In Season 1, we traveled with Severus Vardy's Traveling Funfair. In Season 2, we solved the mystery of what lurks at the heart of Jupiter Hollow. Now, a new team must stand up to the threats that are out of this world. $2 Creature Feature proudly presents Season 3, Atlas.
I'm going back up to the table of contents here because I think the next thing that we should do is make this human companion. And the easy way to do that will be using a realness theme book called Relationship, which is on page 78.
Okay. Relationship. People with whom you share an important connection, for better or for worse. A wise book once said, being alive is being connected to others.
Basically, this is a person who is going to give us strength, but also require things of us in return.
Yes.
Creating your own relationship theme by first visualizing who it is with, then adding some flourish and details which become your power and weakness tags. We've already kind of talked about this, that like we had an owner, then we gained power, then we became a roommate.
Yeah.
So think about the people and organizations in your character's life. I think it's fully human roommate might be a good way to put this. Who plays the biggest role in your life? My grandparents, siblings. There's not like a family member or neighbor, teammates, gang, union, social circle, etc. Workplace rival, bitter ex, secret admirer, or my AI support. Those are the options. I think we're going with friend or neighbor is the thing. So our friend / family / neighbor is, again, the fully human roommate. Finally, name your theme in a way that encapsulates your relationship. Yeah, that's a good description of it.
Fully human neighbor? Or fully human roommate?
Yeah.
I agree.
Like, I think the idea is they are not anything, like, magically special.
Yeah, they're just a guy.
They are important to us.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just a guy. Or girl.
Whoever.
Yeah. So, answer the first question, and then choose and answer 2 more. So, first question, most important. What is the role they play in your life? I think constant companion, probably.
That works. I was like, we could put, like, best friend here, because I can't imagine that this cat has another best friend, or somebody else who they would...
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like, this human being took care of them when they were not smart enough to take care of themselves at the same capacity.
Yeah.
Let's see, the other questions are then, what's a useful skill or quality they have? What have you learned from this relationship? How do they make you feel? What gift or tool did they give you? What do you need to be for them? What is an activity you do together? Where do you spend time together? What is something you need them for? And what do they get from you?
Ooh, there's a lot of good questions here.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we've definitely answered a couple of them already.
Yeah, I think a few of the things that we've talked about have been like things that I think would make better weaknesses, like what can hurt them or your relationship. It's like,
yeah,
like going out and doing superhero stuff could potentially hurt your relationship. I think that might be a good weakness right there. But we'll get to that in a minute. We're not there yet.
Okay.
We need to first talk about how this character draws out our strengths, or how they literally help us in some way.
Yeah. I really like the idea of, like, what have you learned from this relationship? Because think about it. You're a cat, and then all of a sudden, boom, you are standing upright. You're way taller. You have opposable thumbs. You have no idea what's going on. And all you know is what you've seen from your now roommate. So I feel like the roommate would definitely teach their cat, like, listen, if you're gonna go out and do human stuff, I gotta lay down some ground rules.
Yeah. I think a good, like, answer to that might be, and that's number C.
Yeah.
Taught me literally everything I know, but that's too long, so.
What is there a word that, like, encompasses, like, how to be human? Or, like, rules of humanity?
What about, like, humanity mentor?
That works. Yeah, that's short enough to fit in.
Alright, then what more? I think maybe what do they get from you?
Yep, I was also looking at that one. I think that one's a good one.
I think maybe, like, what do they get from you? I like the idea of, like, you give this person, you can give this person a non-human perspective on, like, their human struggles.
Oh, yeah, I like that. A new perspective.
Yeah. And that is also a thing that I imagine could be, like, a useful, versatile power tag for other situations. Like, you have a set of eyes of someone who does not think about things in the same way everyone else does, because it was born as a instinctual predator.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you have this completely different take that you can do in otherwise ordinary scenarios during your game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yep. Gives people new ways to think about things, and maybe gives you new ways to investigate things.
Yeah.
Now on to that weakness.
Yeah. I like A or D. Did we read these yet? I know we read the first one.
We didn't I read the first one.
Okay. I'll go through them real quick. So A through D, we have what can hurt them or your relationship, what's something bad they bring out of you, who else is vying for their attention, or what keeps them from spending time with you.
Yeah, I think A or D could be, like, that thing we were talking about at the beginning about, like, oh, they're worried about, like, about you while you're out doing superhero stuff.
Yeah.
Or they don't approve of you doing superhero stuff.
I think, yeah, that's the theme we've gone with most. So I say we can just answer A. And
yeah, like,
I don't know, opposition, maybe.
I think it's got to be more clear than that. Like,
anti-hero, but in the sense that they're against you being a hero. Still need more clarification on that.
I think maybe we say something like all this hero stuff.
All this hero stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Yep, that is the thing that is the one wedge in your otherwise perfect relationship. I don't know if there's any such thing as a perfect relationship when your roommate is a human cat.
Probably not. I feel like it's probably a little weird no matter what.
Yeah, this right here on its own, perfect sitcom material. Then we add in the Power Rangers element, and
I mean, truly is another setup for a very good magical girl show.
I mean, that's literally what happened to the Samurai Flamenco series, but...
Samurai Flamenco?
Yeah, the first, like, 10 episodes or so were this, like, very slice of life thing about a regular old guy who dresses up like a Sentai character and does, like, very minor vigilante stuff, usually gets beaten up, and then in the second half of the show, it becomes this legit, like, superhero deal.
Oh my gosh. Incredible. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna have to look that up later, too. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Okay, now we need a title for this.
Yeah, didn't we already come up with a title?
Did we? Oh, yeah, we did. Fully Human Roommate.
Yeah, Fully Human Roommate.
So we need
the anchor.
Anchor.
Create an anchor for this theme, a statement that captures the attitude, motive, or just personal truth related to your relationship. What did you give up for the object of your relationship, your feeling towards the object of your relationship, what keeps this relationship alive, or what you must do to keep it alive? We've already kind of talked about, like, these two mentor each other.
Yeah.
So, I think what keeps the relationship alive, we learn from each other.
I think that is a great way to put it. All right. I think that is number 2 down, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
We don't worry about house hype and drama because that stuff is related to the party.
Gotcha. Is there a list of...
I've just been skipping back up to the table of contents on page 5, I think?
Yeah, okay.
Page 4.
So we have to choose, a rainbow theme book and a realness theme book, and then...
Well, we've chosen the one that we need of each. Now we can kind of just get whatever we want.
Okay. So the others we have are... For rainbow, we have approach, fighting style, magic, and Q gear. And then for realness, we have memory, occupation, personality, relationship, and stuff.
And goal. Don't forget goal. I have a question for you.
What's your question?
We've made a lot of jokes about the chainsaw.
Uh-huh.
Or I've made a lot of jokes about the chainsaw.
I think I know what you want to go with here.
We don't have to do that, but I want to pose it to you because I think we could either do fighting style or Q gear from the Rainbow theme books and have like a cat, like kung fu type character, or we can have a cat with a chainsaw.
Well, I'm going to ask you a question that you are already going to know the answer to. Which one's funnier?
Oh, Q gear for sure.
Yeah. I think the only thing that lets this cat's roommate allow them to go do the superhero stuff is the fact that they know they have a chainsaw. They're like, I don't care. You don't need to know how to fight or anything. You have one of the world's deadliest weapons at your disposal.
Also, important distinction about the Q gear. It's an item imbued with power from the rainbow empathy.
Incredible. So does this just like get summoned with their human form?
It's something that helps you fight against ignorance. It's a weapon and implement with which you channel your energy, or simply a useful day-to-day tool. Whatever it is, your Q gear is always a reflection of your runway. Yeah, I think a chainsaw would make your character even more off-putting.
Yes. Also, I love the first on the list of recommended Q gears is animal claws, which we could have easily gone with.
Yeah.
But no. Also, sorry, hold on. There's gamer medkit and I'm looking at these tags. This is great.
Refill hit points, energy, reload at any computer, it's okay, I'm a medic, anti-ignorance spray, friendly caregiver, assist guild member, grant an extra life, weapon power-up, life is just another game.
My life is like a video game.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like Mitsuo Kubo from Persona 4, except you do beat that guy up because he did murder someone.
Insane. They do have murders in that game.
Yeah, there are a few homicides that do happen.
Which is wild to me, because aren't you just like high school age person or middle school age?
It's a group of high schoolers who are investigating mysterious abductions that have led to at least one death before the beginning of the game.
Insane. I've got to check these games out at some point.
You really do. The Megami Tensei series as a whole, pretty good. The Persona series, the reason that they're popular outside of Japan, I think, can be largely attributed to that and, well, maybe Digital Devil Story, but anyway. Also, perfect time to jump in, because Persona 3 Reload just gave a massive quality of life boost to the original, like, game that established the format of what we know as Persona games now.
I will definitely look into it. There are so many games I have to play and beat soon, though. I got new Destiny 2 expansion coming out. I got Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door to get through. I still have to beat Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, this would be another potentially 70 to 100 hour game to throw on your list.
Yeah, that's a lot. One of these days, I'll let you know the second it happens. But alright, so our Q gear. I think we already went over this. So we went over like the concept. What purpose does your Q gear serve? It's a weapon that can blink. It's a device that can blink. It's a garment that allows me to blink. Now, this is another question I would like to pose. Do we want it to just be a chainsaw? Or do we want it to be like chainsaw arm type?
I think it's a chainsaw that we carry around.
Just a regular old chainsaw.
Not a regular chainsaw. A chainsaw that has been enchanted to fight the power of ignorance.
True. Okay. So, I guess let's just go into the power tag questions.
Yep. Yeah, so the first question that we have, of course, that we need to answer is, what's the most useful thing your Q gear does?
Cuts down tree, no.
I mean, it cuts things down.
Yeah.
Is that an answer? Just cuts things down?
I think so. I mean, that tag could be used in a lot of different ways, I think. You know?
Yeah, sure.
Cutting down your foes, you're trying to break into somewhere, cut down those wires that's jamming up the door lock,
Yeah. Do you want to read the rest of the questions now?
Yeah, okay. So, how else do you use your Q gear? What powers or charges your Q gear? What makes your Q gear visually distinct? I think we know that one. What useful quality or add-on does your Q gear have? What did you learn from using your Q gear? What things or targets does your Q gear affect the most? What happens when you push your Q gear into maximum overdrive? How can your Q gear assist you in a pinch? Or how does your Q gear help you express who you are?
I feel like we can't answer H, because that will just turn this whole thing into a Doom level.
I mean, it would, but come on. I love the idea, though, of, the chainsaw being able to, morph into our suit and kind of Chainsaw Man level, not have it, come out the front of your arms, but have it, on your forearm, the backs of your forearm, essentially. So you have, chainsaw gauntlets. I think that'd be sick. But we don't have to do that. If we just want to have a regular old chainsaw, I think genuinely that's funnier.
Yeah, I think that just the image of what I have in my mind is an image of a spotted cat, a cat with I don't know, cheetah print type fur pattern in the animation style of Kung Fu Panda wielding a chainsaw.
I think
that's just the visual image I have of this character.
It's Tigress's second cousin.
Well, let's see. Is there any way you can use a chainsaw that's not for cutting things down?
I don't think so.
Okay. What powers or charges your Q gear? Determination. I don't know. What makes your Q gear visually distinct? I don't know how to answer these.
I don't either.
What useful quality or add-on does your Q gear have? This is where you could probably add something that a normal chainsaw can't do.
Yeah. It's got a can opener. No, I'm kidding.
I was thinking more along the lines of like magic powers.
Yeah. Something that makes it not just a chainsaw and fit kind of more with the theme. So what useful qualities are add-ons? So let's do that. This is power tag E.
What about like cut through space and time?
Ooh, that'd be cool. Like you can like cut rifts and stuff open, like use it kind of like a teleportation.
Yeah, like make portals, or like you just slice the air and close the distance between yourself and an opponent.
True. I actually love that a lot. What's a good way to put that?
I think it's just cut through space and time. There's not room for all that though, is there?
No.
Maybe get rid of through.
Yeah.
Cut through space and Tim. What did Tim ever do to you?
I hated that guy in crap, what's it called? What's the one with Scrooge?
Tiny Tim. A Christmas Carol?
Yeah, Christmas Carol.
That kid didn't do anything.
I know, that's why I said it.
I was thinking you were gonna go like Timothy Chalamet or Tim Drake. Isn't that a Robin?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
I know he's a comic book character, but I don't read comic books.
Tim Drake sounds like a Robin, I guarantee you. Yeah, he is. Okay. How does your Q gear help express who you are? Could be a good one.
Well, what do you got?
In terms of the answer to question E, it helps us explore, or it expresses how different we are compared to everything. Like, who else is out here fighting with a chainsaw?
Okay, I've got an idea of what you're saying, I think.
Yeah.
Or an idea of how we can use this to tie into themes we already expressed with this character.
Mm-hmm.
So like something like no roads barred.
No.
Like, we can explore anywhere because no one can keep us out because we've got a chainsaw that can cut through time and space.
Yeah, I like that. No roads barred is really good. Okay, weakness tag questions. You want to read through these?
Yeah, sure. So we've got A, what could damage your Q gear? What would happen if you lost your Q gear? What can stop your Q gear's powers or limit them? Or what's something obnoxious about your Q gear?
How heavy it is.
I think heavy and loud, probably.
Yeah, that's a pretty good and easy answer.
Yep.
Speaking of things that are loud, it is pouring outside right now.
Huh. It's not raining out here.
Yeah, it is.
I am south of you, though.
Yeah, it is very loud here.
Alright. Title. Finally, name your theme in a way that encapsulates your Q gear and how it ties into the rainbow empathy. Think of something that summarizes it quickly, similar to a catchphrase. Look out, I have a chainsaw.
This is the theme of it?
This is the theme title.
Okay, yeah, what? Look out, I have a chainsaw, I mean. Oh, I was thinking of this earlier, and I had something, and I think I lost it. Oh, dang it. It was something to do with revving.
That would be pretty good. I do think, though, that, like, it's very, like, on the nose and probably, like, usually they want you to come up with something that's like, ooh, this is very symbolic of your theme and not, like, necessarily a direct reference, although it can be. I think I have a chainsaw is, like, that's the thing. We've got a chainsaw.
And, the title of that is very abrasive, like...
Yeah.
Similar to how our character feels.
Yeah.
I'm just putting it in all caps. I have a chainsaw.
And then I think using the same thing as like we did for question J, for our runway, our identity tied to this. Oh, it's the same one we use for the signature.
Oh, I won't hide my true self to blend in.
Yeah. It says that our runway is shared across all rainbow themes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, which is unfortunate, because I was thinking that we could use the idea here to be like, there's nowhere I can't go.
Yeah.
But we'll follow the rules. We'll follow the rules.
Sadly.
Yeah.
So that is our Q gear. And we have some other tags. So we have 2 rainbow theme books. Do you think we should balance it out and do another realness theme book?
Well,
or
let's see. Is there one that looks good?
I really want to know what stuff is.
I think it's just another item. Like, the Q gear is a magic item. The stuff would be a mundane item.
Okay, I see, yeah. Yeah, then I don't know if any of the other realness theme books would be good. Maybe personality? Because we could use that to kind of round out our character. Because we have a very general idea in terms of, like, they're adventurous, they want to get out, they're struggling with this relationship between them and their roommate. So that is an option. Ooh, approach could also be very good. It's similar to personality, but it deals more with the the rainbow empathy.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so like there's a thing here. I'm on the personality page still. What's the difference between a personality and approach? Personality is what your character is, and this means that it might not have battle benefits. Approach, in contrast, is how someone fights ignorance on a social level.
Okay.
So, if you're wanting to give this character some character, then it might actually be better to go with personality than approach, especially if you're wanting to balance out the 2 theme book types.
Yeah. I'm not super worried about balancing out the 2 theme book types. It was just a suggestion since, we're creating character for the first time.
Yeah, true.
If there are any you have a good idea for, feel free to jump in and say something. Or if you have a preference for one of those 2.
My thinking is, since we didn't really get the chance to add a plot hook to the last one, I kind of like the idea of, if we're allowed to, because we're allowed to, for this one, create a unique anchor.
Okay.
If we do an anchor, if we do a realness theme book, we can create a unique anchor for every theme book. But all of the rainbow theme books use the same runway. So I think I would like to create like a solid point of identity in this character that they like to explore and want to see more of the world. And we can only do that if we do a personality.
Okay. Let's do it.
One of the options is tsundere for the pre-made ones.
Oh gosh. Must protect my heart behind a rough exterior.
Yeah. First off, our concept, think about your character's day-to-day persona, away from being a superhero. How do they behave? What do they dress like? Is this their sincere self or a mask they use to get what they want? I think for us, it's a sincere self. Like, it's curiosity, like, pure and simple.
Yes. That could also be the answer to our power tag question A. What's the core of your personality?
Oh, yeah, it would be.
So we could do curiosity, which is very fitting for a cat. We could also put adventurous, but we have that as a tag on our signature, so...
Maybe it's like, let's be a little more descriptive here then. Unbound curiosity.
Unbound, okay. I like that. We're open to a lot of varying ideas and experiences,
Yeah. And I mean, this is someone who was born as a cat. They now have the power to open doors themselves. The world is at their fingertips as far as they're concerned.
Oh, truly.
So the other questions we have here, though, are, what's something noticeable about you? What's an interpersonal skill you've naturally developed? What has your personality gained you? How can you come across when you want to? How does your personality protect you? What appearance or style are you most comfortable in? What's a good habit you've developed? What are you passionate about or interested in? Or what do you do to improve yourself?
Man, there are a lot of good questions here.
For sure. What has your personality gained you? I think D might be a good place to start. Like, it's gained us a wealth of experience.
Yeah. I could put new experiences.
Okay. That's probably a way that will fit on the thing with the amount of room we have.
Yeah, these are pretty small. I also like G.
What appearance or style are you most comfortable in?
Yeah. I feel like we've answered that in other ones. maybe?
Well, we can continue answering it, because anytime it comes up, that means that we can use them all, potentially. Hey, so at this point in the recording, Avalon's audio crashed. So, yeah, that's why it's going to sound a little awkward here in a minute when we pick back up. Okay, bye.
Okay, so we were answering question G. What appearance or style are you most comfortable in? And I think, obviously, the appearance we're most comfortable in is, like, our humanoid form.
Right.
But I don't know if that would translate well to a power tag.
I think we could make it work. I think if we say something like, I'm most comfortable on my own 2 feet, or like on 2 feet or something like that.
I think that works, yeah.
Because like, it's not a literal reference, but like, with our shape-shifting powers, we are most comfortable in our, like, semi-human form, because that, like, lets us explore more.
Yeah. So yeah, I was able to fit on my own 2 feet. I think that's a very good descriptor of
Yeah, me too.
how this feels, this cat. And then we have our weakness tag questions. A through D is, when is your personality too much for you or others? Who is resistant to your personality? How do you sometimes get in your own way? And what happens when you can't be yourself? Ooh.
I can think of an answer to D, but I'm not sure that's the weakness I want to go with.
I know. I like C and D. How do you sometimes get in your own way?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think a good answer to that would be not overbearing, like kind of overstepping maybe.
Yeah.
Or like,
My thinking for D was something like, what happens when you can't be yourself, feeling small, because you're literally small because you're a cat, when you can't be in your preferred form. So you had an idea for like how sometimes you get in your own way and it was like overbearing or overenthusiastic or something like that.
Yeah.
And my idea for D was, what happens when you can't be yourself? As we've established, this character feels that their truer self is the form they shift into.
Mm-hmm.
So when they can't be that person, they feel small and helpless.
Ooh, I do like that a lot. That is incredibly specific to this character. Like, and you know, that I feel like people can also relate to that. Like, funny enough, this cat having that human emotion, because I feel like humans get that a lot too, even just in our own lives.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot. Let's do it. I'll just put feeling small.
Sounds good.
Okay. And then a title. What's our theme title gonna be?
Let's see, what would be a good theme title? So this is like a personality of someone who's very adventurous, but we can't just say adventurous because that's already a power tag.
Mm-hmm.
Curiosity killed the cat would be fitting, except we don't want it to sound like a bad thing.
Yeah. Curiosity fuels the cat.
Curiosity freed the cat.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I can one up that.
I mean, I was just working off your thing, but
yeah, I can't think of another way to put it either. Like,
it's pretty good. And then we need an anchor. So create an anchor for this theme, a statement that captures the attitude, motive, or just personal truth related to your personality. So the core of why you act the way you do, the results you hope to achieve, what your personal style says about you. I think we've already, like, established that, like, I at least wanted to do this theme book because it would give us an opportunity to make, you know, that desire to explore and be adventurous into a plot hook for this character.
yes.
So, I don't know, I've got a bunch of different potential ideas here. Like, adventure is out there, just steal the line from that one dude from Up. Or, there's nowhere I can't go. Or, actually, it's just those two.
I don't know. New boot goofing.
I have no idea what that means.
You never heard about new boot goofing?
Nope. This is the first time I'm hearing that.
I don't think it's a common for...
Is that something the kids are saying in Fortnite, or?
Yeah.
He could be lying to me, audience. I have no... I don't play Fortnite.
It's a Reno 911 reference.
I don't know what that is either.
You don't know what Reno 911 is?
Never heard of that.
God, it's an insane show. Like, older... it's like a fake reality TV show about cops. It's a sitcom, yeah. I guess, yeah.
I guess I'll have to look it up.
Reality TV is a sitcom. Okay. Sorry, what were your 2 tags again?
There's Nowhere I Can't Go or Adventure is Out There as like our anchor.
I like There's Nowhere I Can't Go because it perfectly encapsulates like that is the idea that we have, yet it is so untrue to this character. Like it is both true and untrue, which I like.
Yeah. But I mean, they think it's true. Like, as far as they're concerned, one day they couldn't open doors. Now they can.
Mm-hmm. That is our last tag.
Yes, it is. And I believe that's the last step of character creation, too. It's not the last step, but we can't do the other stuff without a crew.
Yes. I think there is something we can do without a crew. We can name our character, correct?
Yeah, we should give them a name, shouldn't we?
Yes.
Let's see, do they have any, like, guidance on that, or...
Because I'm assuming we have to have a character name and then a superhero name, right?
That would be my guess. Let's see, I'm gonna jump back up here to the house theme thing. The house theme represents the shared resources and beliefs of the house of the table, along with the weaknesses you all share. Much like other character themes, it has 3 power tags and 1 weakness, along with a runway or anchor. Any team member can invoke tags from the house theme. The house basic attack is tacked on to everybody's signature theme.
The house basic attack?
Basically, in City of Mist, you had something called a crew theme, which everybody in the crew could use, and this basically jumps off of that to make the house theme. So we don't worry about that.
Okay.
Because we're not making one. I'm just looking up here to see if there's anything in it about, like, naming conventions for your party.
Yeah, I don't think they have one.
No, it doesn't seem there is.
It doesn't tell you anywhere to make a name.
No, but we know how to name a cat.
Yeah. To the fantasy name generator. No, I'm kidding.
I mean...
How funny would it be if this cat's name is literally just Chainsaw?
We've already had a cat named Lawnmower.
Oh, true.
Let's see. Do we want to... Let's go through the style guides here. How cat owners name their pets. Style 1, regular person. Style 2, food and drink. Style 3, musical reference. Style 4, mythology and folklore. Style 5, cryptid. Style 6, historical. Style 7, literature. Style 8, astronomy. Or Style 9, nerd.
What do you think this human roommate is into?
Good question. We don't know that much about them, actually.
Yeah, we've kind of set them up as this ambiguous figure.
The only thing we know for sure about this human is that they are teaching the cat to behaviorally blend in as best as they can. They are learning how to be more like the cat in ways that matter. But what does that say about... Maybe they don't have a lot of confidence. Maybe they're a bit of a shut-in. Maybe they watch a lot of TV.
So like
to the Star Trek name generator.
I was gonna say, which nerd culture are we going with? So Star Trek. Okay. What do you think this cat is? Do you think this cat is more of a Tellarite or more of a Cardassian? That's gotta be a dig at somebody.
The only, like, Star Wars, like, race names that I know, that I, like, would recognize from anything are, like, Vulcan and Klingon.
Yeah.
And, like, I couldn't tell you what their, like, deal is.
You know, I'm just looking at a list that it gave me. We can do Vulcan.
Let's see. Star Trek Vulcan name generator. Here we go. This page is taking forever to load.
I've got some right here. I've got Stum, or Stum, depending on how you want to pronounce it. It's S-T-U-M. Pen, literally just P-E-N. To cuss, I'm not saying that. There's no way that's a name. They almost got me to say this one. So then we have Pick. So then we have Sejun.
Sorry, what was that?
Sijun or Sijun. It's Sijunn.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Okay, let's go with that. Nice. Okay, so we have Sijun. What are these cats' pronouns?
Just from the results I got when I ran the fantasy name generator for Vulcans, it sounds like that's probably a male name, so maybe like he, they.
He, they. I could see it. I think I did click female names. I don't remember though.
Oh.
These,
well,
actually,
in that case, she, they.
Okay, she, they. We got them.
Or she, her. Well, whatever. Something along that line.
She, they works, you know?
Yeah. You know what? It is the Queerz game.
That's right.
Maybe making our cat a little somewhere on the spectrum will
boost the meaningfulness of
Yeah. I mean, it's not a requirement, but like, we know what we're fighting for here.
Yeah. Okay. So that is a character in Queerz. I do like the City of Mist style character creation because I feel like it's really free. And while I was into TTRPGs when we started this podcast and did City of Mist, I feel like I wasn't as knowledgeable to appreciate how it was set up enough, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, looking back on, like, this style of creation, I really like it. It's cool. I can tell the way that this book is set up, it just, like, those first questions for character creation just lend themselves so easily to queer themes and experiences. Like, it's crazy. Like, the instant connection that you're able to make, or that I'm able to make as a queer person myself, was really cool.
I'm glad we could get that for you then. Like, I wasn't sure this specific game was going to come together in time, but we got just enough to make it work, and I'm glad we did. It's in theme for the month of June, and it's meaningful to Avalon. So
true, and I think hopefully this game comes out in full so that other people in the queer community can experience it, because I feel like there's not enough games out there that are like focused on the queer experience. There are games with elements of it, but it's not often you find a game that focuses solely on it, you know?
Well, I'll say there's not as many that I've found. I'll add the specific clarification that I found.
Yeah.
That really fit the show's format. But if you're willing to venture outside the show's format, you're going to find a lot more. Stuff that's not going to have like a solid character creation, stuff that's going to be for like solo journaling, or some more experimental ideas of what it means to be a tabletop RPG in the first place. Mm-hmm. That's usually meant for a few, like a single session of play or to be played alone. You're going to find a lot more.
Oh, surely. But yeah, this was a real nice one for the show.
Yep. I love the format of these types of games, like the City of Mist format, genuinely my favorite. It was the thing that got me to look outside of, well, I mean, it's my third RPG. My first one was Dungeons and Dragons. My second one was The Dark Eye. This was the third one I ever found, and it opened my eyes to what was genuinely possible with tabletop RPGs, was City of Mist.
Going from a fairly constrictive playbook, aka D&D, to an incredibly constrictive playbook with The Dark Eye. Maybe not maybe constrictive isn't the right word, but like very specific in how they deal with things, and like very locked in, to coming to City of Mist and seeing, oh, I don't have to like copy paste something from the book onto my character sheet. I can actually keep my options open.
Yeah. For me, The Dark Eye seems more open-ended than D&D does. Like, obviously, character creation in it takes forever.
Yes.
Like, we learned that one the hard way. But, like, when I was, like, first learning the system and I was making some characters just following along with it at home, it was interesting to see, oh, there's games out there that work the exact same way, except you're not bound by a class. And then the very next thing I discovered was City of Mist. So yeah, that opened my eyes to everything and led us to this point, quite frankly.
Nice. Well, I'm glad it did.
That one will always have a special place in my heart, and I am glad we got to do this game. There's 2 more on the way. There's Otherscape and then Legend in the Mist. I think I said that at the beginning. So genuinely, my favorite system here. At some point, we're going to get to see me nerd out on those 2. It'll be great.
Can't wait for it.
Anyway, Avalon, you got a cat pun?
I do have a cat pun, Joel. This one, gotta admit, not my best.
I'll take it.
Better to get it out of the way than, hold it for a later one. Okay. What did the crazy cat lady say to the bartender after her first round?
There's fur in it? I don't know.
Put it on my tabby.
Oh, my tabby. Oh, okay. Okay.
I want to let you know, by the way, I thought of the phrase "put it on my tab," and you had recently talked about tabby cats in one of our other episodes, and I, for like a month, had put it on my tabby with like 6 question marks, trying desperately to think of a setup, and that's what I got.
Okay. Well, there you go, everyone. Thanks for listening. I think we need to go to bed. It's getting late.
It is getting late. All right.